Okie dokie. Hello again, YouTube. So, I'm not gonna lie, this is the second time I'm recording this because I forgot to plug in my mic, but here we are talking about some film photography once again, and today's topic is why I shoot film. So why do I shoot film? One of the main reasons I shoot film is because I like to take less photos, which seems counterintuitive. Let me explain. So back in 2019, I picked up my very first film camera to try and combat the sheer amount of photos I would take home from shooting gigs. I'd come home with thousands upon thousands of photos. The sheer volume of the same photo being taken multiple times got to me, and I thought there must be a better way to speed up my editing workflow, and taking less photos has actually sped that up quite significantly. Being able to nail your photo before you even take it is a big skill that I believe photographers should strive for, and still something that I am exercising. And it has definitely cut down the amount of editing that I need to do post shoots. The reason why I'm coming home with less photos is because I have to slow down and make sure that each photo is perfect before I take the picture when I'm taking photos on film. As we all know, you only really get 36 photos at most when you're taking photos on film, and to make the most of each photograph, you need to make sure that it's properly exposed. You need to make sure it's properly in focus. You need to make sure that the composition is correct. So many other aspects of photography before you take the picture. And translating this into taking photos at gigs, taking photos for clients, all that sort of stuff, has been very, very fruitful in my experience so far. And it's something I'm going to keep practicing. So that's actually the main reason why I picked up a film camera way back in 2019. And ever since then, I've been hooked. I love the muted tones, I love the pastel colors, which can seem very cliche now. It's very trendy, film photography. But in reality, this has sort of shaped the way my philosophy with photography is now. When I'm taking pictures, I am slower, I am more thoughtful, and I think it does come through in the images that I take when I am trying to take better images. Snapshots, all that sort of stuff, they still look really nice on film, and it's something that digital cameras just can't seem to replicate, although they're very much trying hard to. I fell in love with shooting the cameras themselves as well. So the Canon AE1, my very first film camera, taking the picture, pressing that shutter button once you've lined everything up, made sure everything is properly in focus, exposed properly. That last press of the button, the click, it sounds amazing, feels amazing. Just hearing the mirror slap up, all that sort of stuff, it's awesome. Film photography has encouraged me to take more photos, and I am exercising these muscles more and more each day, which is amazing. Getting into the more philosophical views on film photography, people are very used to getting instant gratification, and shooting film has forced me to slow down. You need to nail everything before you take the picture. Thus, you have to slow down and really think about the photos you're taking. Patience is a big thing for everybody. It's a skill everybody needs to learn. And film photography is all about patience. You need to make sure everything is right before you take the picture. You need to make sure you even load the film properly. You need to send it off for developing. Developing takes time, and then you get your photos back. So there's no instant gratification. You can't just take the photo and look down and see whether it was proper, because the film cameras don't do that. It's definitely kind of shaping people, shaping myself anyway, I believe, to be a more patient person, someone who is more calculated with how they approach things in general. And that's a nice skill that I think is something that isn't really taught as much these days. It's more about now. The physicality of film photography is also a big thing. The cameras themselves and all of the physical aspects of the cameras sort of complements my belief in the physicality of photography. Consuming photos physically in the shape of a print, up on a wall, as a card, as a Polaroid picture, it's a very different way to consume photography, and it's a way that I believe it should be consumed rather than just on your small screen. Something that I found with film photography as well is the community around film photography that I never really found while I was shooting purely on digital. The community around film photography is a lot more warm and safe and a lot more accepting of individual work. I don't know, I think spurring each other on and encouraging each other is a lot more abundant in the film community. I never really found a community or a space to share my work other than like Instagram when I was shooting primarily on digital. And finding a space to share this work has encouraged me to take my camera out more. And as discussed before, that's a good thing. An example of this community that I'm kind of talking about is when I was at a wedding recently. One of the guests there was talking to me about my Mamiya RZ67. He was like, wow, is that an RZ? And I was like, yeah, it is. And we were pretty much instantly friends. And you just don't really get that when you're shooting digital cameras. People just see it as a digital camera and move on, in my experience anyway. The exact same camera, my RZ, I was shooting it at a lookout on my way to Sydney, and somebody pulled up and said that, hey, I shoot on an RB67. And so he took out his camera and we were taking some photos and just kind of talking about these cameras. Yeah, it was really cool. It's just something that you get when you're shooting with these older looking different cameras, that it's more of an enthusiast's camera. So community is a really big thing surrounding film photography for myself. So those are kind of the main reasons that I'm still shooting film and why I picked up a film camera in general. I definitely see it as one of the best decisions I have made in my photography journey so far. It's really helped me exercise my photographic eye. It's really helped me cut back on the workflow post-shoots. So that's already a huge win to me, saving myself time in post-production. But I never knew I'd find such a love for the format. With the amount of different cameras out there to shoot, with the amount of community around these cameras and just film photography in general, it's been amazing. So I'd highly encourage anybody who is thinking about picking up a film camera to pick one up, even if it is a point and shoot camera. They are awesome. That's why I'm shooting film. That's why I still shoot film. And that's why I'm probably going to be shooting film for a very long time. If you enjoyed the video or have any thoughts on my thoughts on film photography, let me know down in the comments below. And if you're thinking about picking up a film camera, get it. Definitely get it. With that, I'll leave you there. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really enjoy making these videos. I just get a bit tied up with life, as you do. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.